Hello, I'm First Alert StormTeam meteorologist Joseph Williams, giving you your Valley News Now First Alert Afternoon Forecast. And the thing is, it's going to be an active night ahead of us. We're tracking the potential for severe storms as we head into late Thursday evening and overnight, and we could see all kinds of threats with those storms. So let's get right to it. Again, thanks for joining us. First Alert StormTeam meteorologist Joseph Williams here with your First Alert Afternoon Forecast. And again, so far, it looks like a great day to go out and enjoy the nice weather. Temperatures in the low 80s, a mostly sunny sky across the region. There is no wildfire smoke, basically, so definitely a good afternoon to do whatever you need to do, especially because during the evening overnight hours, like I said, we are looking at that potential for severe storms. So let's get right to it. So let's go over the details. Again, we have that first alert weather day for Thursday evening and overnight due to the threat of severe storms. And those storms could bring some large hail, damaging winds, and we can't rule out an isolated tornado threat either. All this is thanks to this complex low pressure system that stretches from Canada all the way down into the Central Plains, basically. We have an unstable atmosphere, which is shown in part by those temperatures being in the 80s, and we have that cold front that's about to interact with that unstable air. Depending on how much instability we have at play for tonight, we'll end up seeing some of those storms that, again, could produce large hail, damaging winds, and even a tornado threat. Taking a closer look at our region, you see where that cold front more or less is, right? It's just to the west of our region, a few sprinkles out in the Devil's Lake Basin. Right now, we have what's called a cap that is preventing the severe storm development from taking place. An atmospheric cap is a layer of warm air a few thousand feet above ground that can basically limit severe storm development. But as we head into the evening and overnight hours, that cap may break, and if that occurs, we'll see that severe storm threat occurring. And if we do see any severe storms, here's where the most likely severe storm threat is expected to take place. Where we have that yellow color, that's our slight risk, and it stretches from the James River Valley and the North Dakota-South Dakota border across the entire Red River Valley into northwest Minnesota. So most of our region has a good chance of seeing scattered severe storms. That's what the slight risk means. It's flanked on both sides by this marginal risk indicated by the green color, which means an isolated severe storm is possible even in Lakes Country. So basically our entire region has the potential to see isolated to scattered severe thunderstorms during the evening and overnight hours. And again, the risk for a tornado is low, but the low tornado risk stretches from the James River Valley all the way to the Red River Valley and much of northern Minnesota. So there's a small chance of seeing an isolated tornado. So definitely make sure to have that VNN weather app on standby as we watch that chance. The risk is greater, though, for wind speeds. Basically, any storms that occur during the evening hours, they're most likely going to produce damaging winds and large hail. And where we have that yellow color, that's our elevated risk, where we could see winds up to 70 miles per hour. The isolated risk indicates probably wind gusts of around 60 miles per hour. So we're looking at some strong thunderstorms during the evening and overnight hours. And the greatest threat of all will be large hail, where we could see hail size up to golf ball size, up to 1.75 inches, and that threat is most likely within the Red River Valley, northwest Minnesota, and the James River Valley. If you're in, say, the Devil's Lake Basin, your odds of seeing your odds of seeing large hail will be much lower. But the point is, practically all of our region has the potential to see large hail, damaging winds, and even an isolated tornado threat. Let's first alert time out that threat on a first alert forecast right here. Notice those showers out to the west of our region. They start pushing in as we head into the evening hours. This model has just updated. Earlier it was suggesting that we wouldn't see storms lining up until like around 9 to 10 o'clock or so. Now it looks like this model wants storms lining up just to the west of Grand Forks around 8 o'clock or so. And as indicated by those red and even purple colors, expect some downpours with those storms. The storms continue moving through through the northern areas of our region, excuse me. Again, this model wants to suggest that most of the threat will be north of Highway 2, so basically north of Findlay, maybe impacting Grand Forks and Thief River Falls. That's what this model wants to suggest the severe storm threat will mainly take place. Another model, however, did want some storms popping up in the James River Valley. So we are going to keep an eye on, but in general, we see those storms lining up in eastern North Dakota around 8 to 9 o'clock or so, with the greatest threat being in areas north of Highway 2. Then as we head into the late evening and overnight hours, we'll see that line of storms continue to move east. And again, notice those isolated red colors indicating isolated severe storms embedded within that cold front. So basically during the between like 8 p.m. to the early overnight hours, that's when we'll have that greatest severe storm threat taking place. And it's likely that the northern areas will have a better chance of seeing severe weather than the southern areas, but we can't rule out the southern areas seeing a severe storm situation itself. Then as we head into Friday morning, we could see a few showers and storms in the southernmost parts of our region. By the time the storms move out of our region, some areas will see about a quarter inch, maybe half an inch of rain from those thunderstorms. Because the thunderstorms will be fast moving, flash flooding will be very, very unlikely, but we can't rule it out. So again, keep the VNN weather app on standby over the next several hours as we watch that severe weather threat. Thereafter, we will see another chance of severe weather Friday evening and overnight, mainly concentrated in Lakes Country, the Southern River Valley, and the North Dakota-South Dakota border. It's unlikely. It's what's known as a level 1 marginal risk, so the risk of seeing that severe weather is low, but we can't rule it out. So what does that look like? Well, basically Thursday afternoon, we may see an isolated shower or two, but I think most areas are expected to stay dry. But as we head into Thursday evening and overnight, we see some storms lining up in Lakes Country. And again, as shown by those red and purple colors, expect some isolated storms and downpours during the late evening and overnight hours. And again, the risk will mainly be greatest in Lakes Country and the southern Red River Valley during the late evening and overnight hours. By Friday morning, I think that severe storm threat will more or less be gone, but we will see some lingering thunderstorms in the southernmost parts of our region. So if you're heading in the southern Red River Valley, you may want to be prepared to deal with some rain early Saturday morning. The northern areas, though, expected to stay dry. Then our next opportunity for showers and storms occurs Saturday night into Sunday night. So basically, if you have any Sunday plans, you may want to prepare for some rain. But early next week, we basically get a break from the rain. Maybe a couple isolated chances here and there, but we definitely will get a break from the rain at times next week. So that's the good news. Tomorrow morning lows, upper 50s in the Devils Lake Basin, 60s across the rest of our region. And heading into the weekend, Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon, temperatures will be in the upper 70s with a partly sunny sky for both days. More sun than clouds, in fact, on Saturday afternoon and evening. So if you have any Saturday afternoon and evening plans, Saturday afternoon and evening will definitely be a good time to go outside. But again, we will see those storm chances make a return Saturday night into Sunday night. So let's briefly recap. We have that severe storm threat across much of our region, particularly stretching from the James River Valley to the Red River Valley and northwest Minnesota during the evening and overnight hours. The storms may be capable of damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, large hail up to golf ball size, and we can't even rule out an isolated tornado. So definitely make sure to have the VNN weather app on standby for tonight. Then tomorrow night, we get another opportunity for severe weather in Lakes Country in the southern Red River Valley. But again, that risk is much lower tomorrow night. So it's unlikely, but the chance is there. Again, keep the VNN weather app on standby for tomorrow night. And then the weekend, we do get another opportunity for some showers and storms on Sunday, but Saturday at least is looking good. Now, I will go over the details again on Valley News Live at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Eric Whitehill will be on standby at 5:30 and 6:30 and 9, so you can watch both of us for this evening. And I will also give regular updates on the VNN weather app, and I will be staying during the overnight hours to make sure that if we do see any severe weather, that I will be able to cover that. So again, keep the VNN weather app on standby. That's the most important thing. The VNN weather app will be your best friend for tonight. In the meantime, I'm going to get off of here. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there.